Today on Warrior Update, we celebrate a sports anniversary, music heads to Broadway in Chicago, and Orchesis visits New York. It's Friday, October 21st. I'm Delaney Miller, and this is Warrior Update. It's the 30th anniversary of one of Waubonsie's best football teams. Sean Carroll has more.
1992 was a different time when the closest thing to an iPhone was the all-new IBM Simon, and the newest video game was Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. It was also the year of one of Waubonsie Valley's most successful football seasons. The 1992 team finished that year with a 12-1 record, reaching the Class 6A state semifinals against Naperville North.
It was a program that hadn't had a lot of success in the early years, and when Dick Kerner, the original athletic director, hired BJ Luke and Mark Arthur to run the program, it really shifted things, and that was like the foundation for the program and the success that we ultimately had in the years leading up to '92, and then that 12-1 season. BJ Luke was the O coordinator, Mark Arthur was the D coordinator. We both had identities there about how to take care of that side of the ball. And we were good on both sides. So it was like a well-rounded team. We were a running team, no doubt about it. But I think if you ask our quarterback, we could have thrown a lot more if we had to. But our identity was running the ball, because both our running back and our quarterback both had well over 1,000 yards. Our first year in Upstate 8, we came in second, and we were upset that we came just short. And so we came back hungry enough to kind of finish the deal. The team had never won a playoff game yet. They had only made it a couple times.
The players on the '92 team learned a lot from that experience. Some of those things they still possess, even to this day.
When a team, whether it's our football team or any group, has a common goal and you're working hard for it, you develop kind of accountability to each other, you're gonna have lifelong relationships. And so I think the '92 team in particular provided all those things for me. Decades later, I think I still have some of those things that I gained that year. Learn from the struggles, but also build off the success. So try to learn from both. Just enjoy it, the opportunity. I think too often that people don't seize that opportunity and enjoy it while they're living it, because you don't realize how important that is, having that time, that opportunity still, till it's gone. If you have that awareness to just truly enjoy it, the struggles and the success, that you're going to gain something long-term from it and just enjoy it, I think it makes it a better experience.
For Warrior Update, I'm Sean Carroll.
With Halloween approaching, we got a behind-the-scenes look at a haunted house. Ben Farmer reports.
Massacre Haunted House in Montgomery offers over 20,000 square feet of scares and entertainment. It's a chance for people to escape reality and celebrate Halloween.
Haunted house is a type of entertainment. A lot of people do like scary things, so a lot of people come here to get scared and experience things that you can't experience in the real world. So a lot of creatures and special effects are involved, and a lot of time and effort as well. Weekly, nightly, we have 50, 60-hour weeks all the time. So majority of us that work here full-time have full-time positions in this career. So it takes all year-round process. When all the actors start to come in, they check in. From there on, they get their costume, they change, and then they get a ticket. So when their number's called, they go upstairs, they get into makeup. I have about ranging 4 to 5 artists a day. So from there on, they jump in a chair, get their makeup done. They can, put their contacts in, get their hair done. So from there on, once they're in costume and everything, they hang out for a bit, wait until the show opens at 7, and then they go inside and then scare people. Some haunted houses follow a story. Ours are just rooms. There isn't a set story. So you could go through a swamp, you could go through a prison, you go through an underground city with a subway.
Massacre Haunted House also offers scares for all their holidays.
So we have a Christmas haunted house. So that one's just basically Santa, elves running around, killer elves, all that crazy stuff. So we make everything with lights and props and stuff like that. And then we also have a Valentine's Day themed haunt.
Massacre Haunted House is open until November 5th. For more information, visit fearthemassacre.com. For Warrior Update, I'm Ben Farmer.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, freak. This is a closed practice.
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
Want to take a stab at being social?
I do like stabbing.
A Waubonsee music program made its Broadway debut this month. Stella Sanders has more.
Waubonsee Valley Choirs got the opportunity to perform on Broadway in Chicago last weekend. The program was one of 3 choirs in the state of Illinois to be invited to perform in Children of Eden at the Cadillac Palace Theater.
So it starts off with the creation of Adam and Eve, and it follows from Eve essentially betraying quote-unquote father, which is God, and then God then banishes Adam and Eve away into, I guess, quote-unquote the not-so-pretty versions of life, and they don't have a perfect life, and they kind of have to fend for themselves. It talks about forgiveness and just being human and what it means to just be a family and be a community. It's beautiful, it has beautiful music.
Students said the opportunity of a lifetime required a lot of work in a short amount of time.
So we usually start off with some warm-ups and then we just jump right into music. We try to get as much done as we can in each rehearsal, and so we usually separate into sections. We learn our music, we go over it, and then we just rehearse it, and we have to practice at home to make sure we get stuff memorized, and yeah, just super staying on focus, staying on topic, knowing your notes.
Having the ability to perform with some of the biggest names out there, I think it's really special and it's really unique, and being one of a few schools being selected to do this is really, really special.
I'm so excited to perform on essentially what's considered Broadway and on a Broadway-sized stage, and just be with all these like really cool professional performers, and it's just a really cool opportunity that comes like in once in a lifetime.
For Warrior Update, I'm Stella Sanders.
The brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams.
What are you guys listening to right now?
I'm not gonna lie, right now I'm listening to A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman.
Perfect.
Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see.
What song are you listening to right now?
Hood Cycle, G Herbo.
That's the hood cycle. When you ain't got no money, everybody in the hood like.
What are you listening to right now?
I Don't Love You Anymore by Tyler, the Creator.
'Cause I don't love you anymore.
What are you listening to right now?
I was just watching Gilmore Girls.
If you're out on the road, feeling lonely.
What music you're listening to right now?
Wait, nothing.
Nothing?
Right.
Oh, you have an AirPod in.
I was just on the phone.
Oh. What are you listening to?
The Recipe.
By?
Kendrick Lamar.
Leo, what are you listening to right now?
I don't know. I've never heard of this song before.
What are you listening to right now?
Screaming Goats
by
Cotton and Gin.
That's all for Warrior Update. I'm Delaney Miller. Thanks for watching. Music heads to Broadway in Chicago, and Orchesis visits New York. I don't like how I said that. It's the 30th anniversary of one of Waubonsee's best. I looked away. With Halloween approaching, I don't even know what it is. We got behind the scenes look at a haunted house. A Waubonsee music program made its Broadway debut this month. This camera is so nice.